So let's talk about that. That is fascinating. I would love to hear, since you've been there from the beginning, kind of the thought process people were going through about the social media, and then I want to pivot into how you were able to. I want to talk about the actual bus because I think that is the coolest thing. So let's start from the beginning of what were people thinking? How did you guys decide to push your social media? Now, I guess this would have been 2014-ish area, right? Back 7 years. So I thought you froze for a sec. 7 years ago, right? Would be around 2014.
Yes, yes, yes.
So how
Exactly
what
around
were you
that
guys
time.
thinking about? Like, how did that come about social media wise?
Well, I can't really take all of the credit for it
Sure,
because
sure, yeah.
all of that is well owed to our president and CEO. He is Kuya Daniel Rizon. Fun fact, he's actually the guy who says Wish 1075 on all of the videos. That's literally
That's
him.
wild.
So for all of those people wondering, that's our boss. He's well the man behind everything. His brainchild is Wish 1075.
Amazing.
And I think he's always had this well idea of bringing music closer to
Mm-hmm.
people because here in the Philippines, almost all the time that you spend mostly is on the road. Traffic is really bad here.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, why don't I capitalize on that? Why don't
Mm-hmm.
I, try and make something out of this very bad situation? So he
Mm-hmm.
was like, why don't I create a bus that would go around and that would, bring music closer to all of the people? They might be just in traffic, they want to de stress. So why not? Right. And I honestly don't know where he got the idea of having a bus because who thinks of that, right?
I think it is
That's
the
just
coolest. It's
amazing.
like it's actually the part of the reason I love it so much. It's like been part of my dream as a creator. As I love the idea of creating this like on the road studio, like where I could
Yeah.
travel, drive down 100 miles, and like start recording with. Like I think it is the coolest thing. So when I saw
Mhm.
it, I'm like, that guy literally did what I wanted to do. It's the coolest thing, and the setup's beautiful. Like it's tastefully done too. It's not like
Mhm.
trashy and janky. Like they did a good job. So sorry, continue.
Yeah. And well, I guess it's also the concept of a tour bus. Like a tour bus
Mm-hmm.
is just a tour bus usually for
Mm-hmm.
artists, but why not give people a glimpse of the tour bus and
Mm-hmm.
open it up for everyone to see? So I guess that's the bus for now. And then for social media, well, I mean, the bus is already something that would, attract people.
Mm-hmm.
So of course he wanted to put the news out there. He wanted more people to well be aware of it because if it's just going around in a certain area then they're just the only ones
Yeah.
who will get to know about it. So, social media, we actually do have a dedicated team
Mm-hmm.
that really does handle our social media and content creators that, make branded content for Wish
Yeah.
1075 and everything. And we really just thought of, bringing out, well, the bus and just making people know more about it. I guess that's just really the whole point of it. And we just started to well make this whole wish exclusive performance thing that you see on the videos of course on our YouTube. So yeah, the whole well concept was just having people perform. And if you were actually to check out the first ever video of Wish that was uploaded and compare it with the ones of today, it's so different. Believe me, it's
Quality
so
wise,
different. Quality wise, it's so different. I
I.
mean, we didn't have tripods.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was handheld the whole time. Just imagine watching someone perform and just holding the camera right
Yeah.
like that. It's just crazy. And the angles were quite shaky and we didn't really think that it would be such a challenge to shoot while the bus was
Mm.
moving because the bus actually moves.
So is it always because that's interesting because I didn't know that while you guys were filming because I've seen
Mhm.
a couple and they seem more like they're like parked somewhere. So I was curious. So sometimes you're filming while
Yes,
driving.
yes.
That's
Sometimes,
the
most of the
coolest
time.
thing. That
Most
is
of the
so cool.
time
The
we
performances, the
do.
artists, when they're
Yes,
playing, that is crazy. That is
yes.
the coolest thing ever, man.
We
That
usually
is so
move.
cool.
Pre-pandemic, that's really the
See,
norm.
I only
We
discovered it during the pandemic, so that might be a little different. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool because I get to talk to them, and then they just get to perform, and the bus just moves.
That
And
is the coolest thing ever, man. It's
yeah,
so
and
cool.
when we would like pass a hump, everyone would be like, "Oh my gosh, hold on!" It's just really
Oh,
funny, and we have to tell like the driver to not move that fast because
yeah.
everyone's just gonna go crazy inside. But we usually move when it's just one artist because we tried doing it with bands. Yeah, it wasn't a pleasant experience for the band.
That is the coolest thing ever, man. I love that idea. It is unique and so fun, man. It's really really cool. So, quick question about the Wish Bus. Does it only play OPM, original Filipino music, or does it play other genres of music as well? How does that work?
So think of it as your regular radio station. We do play top 40. We play songs from the 70s. Just to give
Cool.
you an idea, we play songs from the 70s up until the present.
Okay.
And it's not limited to OPM.
Okay.
We play most songs you hear on any type of radio
Mm.
station. So yeah, we even play K-pop. We even play
Mm-hmm.
BTS there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really random. It's like anything and everything for everyone. That's
That's cool.
always been what we are as a station. We're very inclusive. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't just discriminate. It's not just for oldies. It's not just for Gen Z or
Mm-hmm.
millennials. It's for everyone. So it's like those classics that your mom and dad used to listen to, your grandpa and your grandma, there's something for them, and for, I guess, your aunts and whoever, and then the songs for you. And then
Yeah,
if you love OPM, there's that too. So it's basically 70s up until the present with
that's
the
cool.
the addition of the Wishclusive performances. So everything,
I love
really.
that. I think it's so cool, man.